Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to week 7. We are almost there. Week 7 of the Organize Along this July and August with Be So Inspired. Wow. How is it going, everybody? How is your organization going? I've been seeing little bits of progress, some weeks more than others, and that's okay. We've talked about this a little bit last week in week 6, that every little bit is a win. So thank you so much for joining us on this adventure of organizing. This is an annual event and will happen every July and August to organize along with Be So Inspired. So yay! All right, it's gone so well. And if you are just joining us today, it's still not too late to join us. You can grab your free Organize Along sheet schedule on the Be So Inspired website. Just click on the homepage. There's a link just to fill out and you'll get it right away. This is week 7. Week 7 is UFOs. So unfinished objects. We might know a little bit about that. Kits, and then of course planning for your next project. Because I don't know about you, but usually I like to be more present. But while I'm sewing one project, I'm already thinking about my next project. Please tell me that some of you do that as well. Anyways, whether you do or you don't, you might have a few things that are unfinished, and we're going to talk about how to get them organized and maybe what even can inspire you to finish them. All right. So this week, if you have signed up for the newsletter, there will be the Organize Along newsletter. You'll get this free. I didn't have color today, so I didn't print it in color, but there's a 6-page PDF download on organizing your WIPs or your works in progress here. There's ideas on how to do that, schedule planners, all kinds of wonderful things. I created this just as a gift for you for joining along. So make sure you are on the newsletter so you get the direct download. And it will also be in my shop, but you can get it for free if you've joined the Organize Along newsletter. So also, don't forget that if you want to get the most out of this and the most support, join one of the Facebook groups. There's Inspired Quilting Facebook group if you're really into quilting, or there's Inspired Doll Making if you're really into doll making, or join both if you love them both. And you can always like and subscribe to the Be So Inspired YouTube channel, and you'll never miss a tutorial or any of the videos. So here we go. Okay. Oh. WIPs, UFOs. I've got these wonderful scrapbooking boxes here just from our local store. And I feel like they're a great size to store. And this is where I put a lot of my projects that I'm working on right now. So I'm not talking about WIPs that I have from 10 years ago, which I will show you in a bin here. But I'm talking about like ones that I'm working on right now. So this is the Riley Blake block challenge, which I would really like to finish this week. So I have almost all my blocks done. They're all in here. All the blocks are in here for all the weeks, as well as underneath that, all of the weekly instructions were in there. So that's great. And then I have all of my fabrics in there. So it's always I actually took this with me camping when we went as a family, and I just had it in there to work on. And then I still have 2 more blocks to make, so those are on the top, and then my finishing instructions. So my top is on the top, and then I've got a project planner sheet in there as well, and it just says here the date I've started it, the project, the occasion that I'm making it for. I even have a spot for date completed, so hopefully it's coming up soon. The pattern and the designer, if you'd like to write that in there, any descriptions or materials you might have needed, any modifications you've made, and there's a spot for notes. But I also have a spot for some fabric swatches. When we get down to some of the WIPs that we haven't done for a while, it's kind of nice to know maybe where you bought the fabric or what kind of fabric it is, in case you just realize you're a little bit short and maybe you need to find a matching solid or something that's similar. It's really helpful if you have that information. There's also just a layout. Like if you're going to change the layout of the blocks, there's a little place to sort of sketch that out. And the schedule and planner, I really love this page. It's your to-do list and your goals page. So to-dos are different than goals. So to-dos are the things that I need to do maybe to get me to that project. And my goals would be like sort of my dreams and aspirations for that. And then there's a back page for it. So I love this little bin. Of course, it doesn't have to have it. I love that it has a snap lid. I even got my scissors in there. I don't know how those got in there. Anyways, so it even has a snap lid so that I can take it on the go when I am going for a weekend somewhere and I would like to bring a sewing project with me that I'd like to finish. So that's that. Okay, now we're going to be completely honest. We have been completely honest sort of through this whole thing and showing you some of our brightest moments and some of our dark secret drawers. And that's all good. And there's all, it takes all the kinds, right? And so I'll just show you, I haven't changed it from how it normally is. I think I might add a little bit to it, but let's talk it through. This is just a little bit of my whips. Maybe before I start that, I'll talk about the kits. So I do have kits kind of everywhere, and sometimes I don't even want to sew them all. So I have pretty kits and kit boxes here. Sometimes I get them because of the wonderful little tins, and sometimes I just put them together in like little packages. And then I have other kits halfway on the go. But I'm talking about whips. So projects that I've actually started and maybe just need something to finish. So I am the guiltiest for quilts, not finishing my sashing. I love cutting fabric. I love piecing it together. I love doing all the individual blocks. And then when it comes to sashing, I don't know, I just lose steam there. Maybe because I'm already thinking of that next project. Maybe because it's just a lot of fabric to work, with. It's not quite as just sort of compact and easy. I'm not quite sure on the reason. Maybe a little bit of all of those reasons. But I am inspired to finish some of them up. And I would like to finish some of them up, not anymore for myself, if that makes sense. So the motivation to finish them, some of them I thought, oh, this would look great on my couch. And oh, I want this for my daughter. And, my kids have grown, my couch has changed, or all the things, or I've just moved on. But there's quilts here that are so close to being finished. And I think just one of the beautiful ways that we can inspire ourselves to finish them and bless other people is to give gifts of love. So let's maybe start a conversation this week about how people use their talents as seamstresses, sewers, doll makers, quilters to share and give to others. And I'm going to finish a lot of these quilts and I'm going to start donating them as well. So that is my goal. I also have a bin of dolls that I haven't finished for whatever reason. Sometimes if I'm making a fox doll, I might think, oh, it's just as easy to make 2 or 3. So I make all the legs for 2 or 3 and then another deadline comes and I don't quite finish all of them. So I have lots of partially finished dolls as well. And I'm also inspired. I do donate dolls every Christmas to our local Christmas cheer and other organizations. But we can talk a little bit more about that in the groups. And I'd love to hear where you are donating some of your makes and how you are making a difference with your talents. Okay, are you ready for the truth? Okay, so this is just a sum because I still wanted you not to think I am a non-finisher because I do have lots of finishes, but I love these bubble bins. I've had them for 7 years. I call them bubble bins because they have holes in them. And these are just simply in bags, and they are in all different stages. So these are all the strawberry blocks for a strawberry quilt. They're done, and guess what they need still? Stashing. So they are still in there. But I'll just show you more of a completed quilt in here. So I've got a full Halloween quilt. I think these were just different blocks that I've done in here, and they just need to be pieced together maybe in a way. Maybe some of these blocks, I think this one, see, I need that sheet in here because it's been so long. But I think this one, I made a couple of different Halloween blocks and they're different sizes, and I just need to figure out how to piece them together. I thought that would be kind of a fun one. Okay, so this is another quilt in here. It's got all of the star blocks with centers in them. And I think I might even do it without sashing and just piece those together. But some of them I have just cut. So I wanted to make this quilt here. And I have all my pieces cut inside this bag. Plus all my background fabric is still in there. And so I think there is over 25 partially finished quilts in here. And, oh, this is a beautiful one. I ended up making a full quilt with this already. I gave it to my daughter. This is actually a flamingo toes pattern. And I ended up having so much fun with these blocks. I just kind of got on a roll, and then I sort of picked, and I thought I would donate this quilt. So I just need to finish. Oh yeah, see, I have the pattern in here. It's Stars and Windows by Bev, Flamingo Toes. We love Bev. And so that one's in a bag as well. I need to finish that one, and I'm going to donate that one too. So there's lots of quilts in here to finish. I also have a quilt rack because I have a long arm machine here. I don't have any excuses. And I have a quilts hanging here that I just need to quilt. So you have quilts hanging in a closet that you just need to quilt, and you just need to maybe either piece the backing together or just find the time. So this is my Be a Ballerina from the quilt along that we did back in March, I believe. And so that needs to get quilted. I will quote that as well. I'm feeling like I'm getting accountable now that we're just speaking it out. And there is power in community, and there is power in speaking together and speaking it out. So please don't feel afraid to share your pile of whips with us, and even for yourself, because once you say it to a group of people, and maybe they're people that you've never met, and that's maybe even better, but once you say it to a group of people, then you feel more accountable for making it a reality and making it happen. So sometimes it's just getting re-inspired to finish some of these again and just taking a few moments. But I'm just having an idea right now because I love ideas, but maybe in the fall here in September, October, we could inspire each other to sort of sew along and finish our whips together, shall we? That sounds like it would be fun. So maybe in September when this is done, we'll do like a whip sew along, and whatever you've got that you need to finish, you can just sew along together with us, and we will have fun finishing these, and you can use them as Christmas gifts or gifts to other people, or just feel proud that you've finished the projects that are sitting there. So I would love to hear again how you are doing this. Please do share with us. Please use the hashtag at @organizealong if you're posting on social media, and the organize has a Z. Then I can easily find you, share in the newsletter. And again, if you like this project planner, the 6-page project planner for free, do make sure that you have signed up for the Organize Along newsletter, and you will get it this week. So I hope you're doing good, and I can't wait to hear how you are organizing your whips and your UFOs, and how you are now re-inspired to maybe grab one and sew it together. Can't wait to see them finished in the group as well. That's going to be fun, right? To see all these finished projects coming in the group. Can't wait. Hope you're doing good, and see you next week for week 8. Week 8 is next week, and it's more of a show and tell. So it's going to be a fun walk around in the sewing studio. And like I said, this whole time, nothing is perfect. It's always a work in progress. So we'll get to see what's been progressed and what needs progress still. Hope you're doing good. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.